题，来猜猜这是哪部电影？影片梗概是这样式的。咚咚咚啊 ！Run run run！ 咚咚咚啊 ！Run run run！Your bullfrog is awesome！ 咚咚咚，咚咚咚，龙挂 ，We are family。没错，这部电影呢就是《侏罗纪世界》。时隔4年，《侏罗纪世界2》又回来了。
Life cannot be contained. Life breaks free. Life finds a way.
Jurassic World was a celebration of something that we all love. This movie is different. This movie is pushing something that we know forward into the future.
You have everything that you need in a Jurassic movie, but then it gets more claustrophobic. It has this kind of gothic element, and you start to build up the tension in a very different way. In Jurassic World 2, we blow up the island. It's like a statement. It's like telling the audience, forget about the past and let's face the future. It's not about the island anymore. Now, it's a global debate. It's the whole world talking about these dinosaurs after the disaster of Jurassic World. And it's about us. It's about our characters taking a decision of what to do with these animals. Should we save them and give them the same rights than other species? Or should we just let them die?
What could go wrong? Blue, come with me. You know you can't stay here. Pack your men up right now.
That's one of the things that I like the most about Jurassic World 2 is that you have a big adventure in the island and you will see the biggest scenes ever in a Jurassic movie with hundreds of dinosaurs. We've never seen that many dinosaurs in a Jurassic movie. But then the second half of the movie takes you to the Lockwood Mansion, which is a more tight and claustrophobic space. And it's the perfect environment to create moments of suspense. And at the same time, it's a lot of fun because you have this mansion full of dinosaurs running free. And it's the perfect environment to create moments that people will enjoy in the movie.
These creatures were here before us. And if we're not careful, they're gonna be here after. Welcome to Jurassic World.
It was amazing. So yeah, we got to shoot this whole sequence in a soundstage in a giant water tank in England, and oh my gosh, we practiced for weeks to get it to a place where we could perform it in a way where it was safe, you know, because like we were literally trapped underwater, like we were actually trapped in this little ball.
You know, the underwater scene I love that stuff. That to me is the kind of challenge that I really get into. It was complicated, it was difficult, and the way that J.A. Bayona wanted to shoot that scene was maintain a single point of view out, inside out, from the gyrosphere out into the water, and thread together several shots to make it look like one long shot. That was really important to him. And if we had used cutaways and go inside the gyrosphere, outside the gyrosphere like that, we could have been done much faster. But because each piece has to seamlessly transition into the next, there was a whole other level of difficulty. And so it took a very long time, but I think it pays off. It looks great. He got to do what he wanted to do, and it was a physical challenge that we all faced, and I think it paid off. It looks good.
I can not hold my breath as long as Chris Pratt. He is incredible. He held his breath for a really long time. It was definitely way over a minute, that's for sure.
You know, I swim a lot, and I free dive and spearfish, and so I've had a lot of experience in the water, and so that was something that I could bring here. I mean, I'm not as good as some of the best guys. There's some people, the best guys in the world, they can hold their breath for like 5 minutes or something like that, which is crazy.
You realize when you're actually shooting it and you take off your goggles, you're like, I can't see anything. And that's definitely an added challenge. And I think part of the reason why we practiced so much was so we would do it, and then eventually we would come out of the water and watch on the monitor what we were doing, and we were like, oh, our face looks really weird, or oh gosh, that's not okay. All right, we need to adjust that, and you know, so that's a bit of a process and takes some time.
And if we're not careful, they're going to be here after.
Some of it was real, and some of the bombs coming down were real explosions, but it's a combination. This entire film is a combination of practical effects and special effects, you know, enhanced digital effects. But the running was very challenging because it was almost never flat. It was always downhill. And, you know, when you get to be Papa's age, you shouldn't be running downhill too much because it's bad for your knees. So that was really challenging, and it hurt.
You know me.
Oh man, Justice Smith is a good runner. That kid he's you know 20 years old. He was bounding down the hill like a little puppy.
Justice Smith surprised us all. He was really fast. I was like, dude, you gotta slow down. Like, come on, you gotta give us old people a chance, please. Because he was 21, and yeah, we're all pretty athletic. I mean, Chris is remarkable, of course. I mean, he's like he could probably be a professional athlete if he wasn't an actor.
Every time I run, it's like it sounds like a jazz drummer. My knees are popping, my ankles are popping. I mean, like it's not good. Yeah, cracking. Don't worry, I'll be okay.
So, what are you dating, like an accountant now, or
Owen,
ventriloquist?
stop it.
You love a dummy.
This is not why we're here.
You can blame me, try to shame me.
I know why we're here. A rescue op. Save the dinosaurs from the island that's about to explode.
Gosh, time just flies like that. It's crazy. Yeah, I mean, between the first Jurassic World and Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, a lot has happened. And Claire and Owen, they have a very complicated relationship. They're very much so in love with one another, but can't quite seem to make it work. And
Exactly.
He's the most cowardly man you've ever seen.
Well,
So unattractive.
Okay, that's not...
And now there's an extinction level event that's happening on the island. There's a volcano that's going to erupt that will kill all the dinosaurs unless Claire really does something about it. And in this movie, she's really different than she was in the first. I mean, she really has a real sense of responsibility and created the Dinosaur Protection Group so that she could just do everything that she could to save these animals.
Claire's the exact opposite. She faces her fears and immediately starts trying to do good, trying to fix it, trying to change everything. And I think Owen doesn't think you can change anything. He said, so stop. Just stop trying to change everything, trying to control everything, and just have fun. You know, drink a beer, sing some music. You know, life is short.
It's the story of a handsome Star-Lord, like the greatest to ever walk the earth by far, and a falcon and a magic doctor, Wakanda forever.
And you get the sense that they tried a relationship, that Claire really feels very strongly that she needs to be a part of the solution with these dinosaurs, and whereas Owen has really kind of run away.
Run!
He's off in the woods building his own cabin, and they each think that the other, like, that they broke up with the other. Like, I feel that I broke up with Owen. Owen thinks that he broke up with me.
It's complicated, but I think she would never relax, you know? She's always trying to, like, fix everything, and I think she got a little annoying, and she told me to leave, and so I left. So that was me leaving. She seems to think that she left me, but it's not. I let her think that.
本期爱奇艺爱电影就到这里啦，下期节目小编将和各位恐龙迷们继续深扒《侏罗纪世界2》里的成千上万的恐龙，baby们，下期见。
These creatures were here before us. And if we're not careful, they're gonna be here after.
I say we shut this whole thing down.
It's a T-Rex.
It's not a T-Rex.